I have not done life groups before up until a few years ago. My previous churches never offered anything like this, maybe a Bible study here or there, but as far as something being geared towards really getting to know one another better, it's just in the last few years here at Timberlake that I've been part of that. You know, in the group, it allows us to have the time to really get to know one another and to talk about what's going on in our lives, how we can pray for one another. The core of it, to me, really was just expanding on the relationships that you may or may not have already built on Sunday mornings. You know, you get to know each other really good, and every week from there on out, if you see them on Sundays, you can catch up midweek, you know, between life groups and say, hey, how are you doing? You have a connection there, and that's really awesome to have that with more people at the church. You know, I've been in some groups that there have been some really intense moments, you know, hearing people's stories, whether it's just what may have happened that week or in their life or in their faith journey. I mean, there's been moments where everyone in the room is crying, and that's a good thing. I mean, hearing perspectives from people, you might know somebody who's going through something and you think you know how you may want to pray for them or what they're going through, but until you really hear an in-depth story from someone who lived through that, you really gain a new appreciation for, wow, this is what they need right now. And that's just really helps you grow as both a Christian and just as a human being in general, and how to relate to people. I think being in a group setting really makes you aware of what people are going through and the needs that they might be having at the time. I mean, to me, that's ultimately one of the main objectives of being in a life group is when you commit to this process and you surrender yourself and trust the people in the room that you're opening yourself up to, it's really a beautiful thing, and it really just can allow for so much to happen in your walk with God and just your overall relationships with each other. It's really a powerful thing. I mean, ultimately, the life group has been being in life groups has been very important in my faith, because it is an additional time each week where I am growing as a Christian. I am talking to other people and learning what they're going through, praying for them, and reading the Bible. It helps you grow because, again, the more time you spend just talking with fellow Christians and what's going on and how we see him in each week, or where we've needed him in each week, or how we could help each other, you know, I mean, it's obvious. You know, if you do that more than just on Sunday mornings, you're going to get your faith is going to grow just by default, and then it allows you the opportunity to grow on that each day between the days or the times you may meet. It's really a powerful thing.